Okay, in today's lab we're going to be looking at protists and specifically protozoans, and those are the animal-like protists. And you have two options for today. You can either use a prepared slide, which is what I'll be doing, or you can observe your own pond water. If you choose to do pond water, you might want to use something called proto-slow because that slows down those speedy protozoans. If you're using a prepared slide, yours might not look exactly like mine because they're all a little bit different. Okay, first we're going to look at Euglena. And on my slide here, the Euglena are those little skinny green cells. And I'm going to bring it up to high power here. And again, yours might be a different color depending on which kind of slide you're using. So there's a Euglena cell, and you can see it's long and skinny, and it is green because it has chloroplasts in it. So take a look at that. Pause the video if you need to. You're going to draw that and then label the structures that are listed in your lab procedures. You can go back and look at the PowerPoint if you need a review on those structures. Okay, next we're going to look at Paramecium, and I have several different stains on this one, but we're starting on low power, moving up to medium, and even though these are all different colors, they are all still Paramecium. You can see they all have the same shape. And so we're going to focus on medium power, and then we'll move and see if we can find a good specimen. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up to high power, and we'll see if we can see some structures on here. We should be able to see some structures on an individual Paramecium. Here's a good one. So you'll want to be able to locate the oral groove, and then you should see there's like a really thin ring of green around that. Here's a ring of purple around this one. And those are the cilia. Very, very faint, but those are the hair-like structures that help these organisms move. So pause the video and draw one with the structures. Okay, and finally we are moving on to the amoeba. And this is the slide that's provided in the lab supply list, so I thought I'd use this one first. And we're going to take a look at an amoeba. They are very blob-like, and it's much harder to see the structures inside an amoeba. But there in the center is one amoeba, green. And then I'm going to actually go to a different slide so I can show you a better picture of one. So this one happens to be stained in pink. It's a little bit easier to see and not quite so cluttered. So we're going to take that up to high power, and we'll take a look at one of those individual amoebas. And again, you're going to want to pause the video once I get it focused here, draw it, and then identify and label your structures.